Welcome to Timeless Audiobook. First Lie Wins by Ashley Elston. First Lie Wins, a thriller by Ashley Elston, is a gripping and fast-paced novel that plunges readers into a tense web of secrets, deception, and high stakes. The story centers on a group of six friends who reunite for a seemingly innocent weekend getaway. What begins as a fun and nostalgic trip quickly spirals into a deadly game of survival where trust is shattered and every word could mean life or death. The author expertly builds suspense and keeps readers guessing as layers of lies and betrayals unravel. The novel opens with a tense atmosphere as the six friends arrive at a remote cabin in the woods. Each character has their own complicated past and hidden secrets, which soon come to the surface. The friends had not seen each other for years, and old wounds and rivalries resurface during the weekend. What initially seems like a chance to reconnect becomes a battleground of psychological manipulation and suspicion. Ashley Elston does a remarkable job of developing her characters with depth and nuance. Each friend carries their own motivations and fears, which influence their actions and decisions. The protagonist emerges as someone determined to uncover the truth, but is forced to confront her own lies and vulnerabilities. Throughout the story, readers are invited to analyze each character's behavior and question their reliability. This dynamic keeps the tension high and the narrative unpredictable. As the plot progresses, the friends decide to play a game called First Lie Wins. The game is simple yet sinister. Players must lie convincingly to avoid detection and eliminate others from the game. This game quickly becomes a metaphor for the unfolding real-life drama. The stakes rise dramatically as it becomes clear that this is no ordinary game, and the consequences of lying are far more deadly than anyone expected. The isolated setting of the cabin amplifies the feeling of claustrophobia and paranoia. The woods surrounding the cabin are dark and foreboding, creating a perfect backdrop for the suspenseful events that follow. The author uses vivid descriptions to immerse readers in the eerie environment, adding to the overall tension. The isolation also forces the characters to rely on one another, even as trust crumbles. One of the most compelling aspects of First Lie Wins is how it explores the theme of truth versus deception. Each character grapples with their own version of the truth, and the line between honesty and lies becomes blurred. The narrative challenges readers to consider what they would do in a situation where survival depends on cunning and deceit. The story delves into human nature and the lengths people will go to protect themselves. Throughout the thriller, Ashley Elston expertly balances moments of high action with psychological insight. The pacing is brisk, keeping readers on edge as twists and revelations unfold. The author's skillful writing style allows the tension to build naturally without feeling forced or contrived. Each chapter ends with a cliffhanger, compelling readers to keep turning the pages to discover what happens next. The characters' interactions are filled with sharp dialogue and subtle power plays. Alliances form and dissolve rapidly, and no one is truly safe. The uncertainty of who can be trusted creates a constant undercurrent of suspense. Elston also explores the impact of past traumas and regrets on the present situation, adding emotional depth to the thriller. The personal struggles of the characters enhance the stakes of the story and make the conflict more relatable. As the weekend progresses, the situation escalates into a life-or-death struggle. The friends find themselves hunted, and the game turns deadly. Paranoia takes hold, and suspicion poisons every interaction. The plot twists come fast and furious, leaving readers questioning the motives of every character. The author masterfully keeps the suspense alive until the final page. The climax of the novel is intense and unexpected. The final revelations shed new light on the characters and the events leading up to the deadly weekend. The truth about the game, the lies, and the betrayals are exposed in a way that surprises even the most attentive readers. The ending provides a satisfying conclusion while leaving a lingering sense of unease that stays with the audience. First Lie Wins also offers sharp commentary on friendship, trust, and the complexity of human relationships. The novel explores how years of secrets and misunderstandings can corrode bonds once thought unbreakable. It also shows how desperation and fear can drive people to betray those closest to them. These themes add layers of meaning to the thriller and elevate it beyond a simple murder mystery. The author's vivid and immersive storytelling makes First Lie Wins a perfect audiobook choice. The narrative flows smoothly with well-crafted dialogue and vivid scenes that engage the listener's imagination. The audiobook format enhances the tension and excitement, making it a thrilling experience from start to finish. Whether you are a fan of suspense, psychological thrillers, or character-driven stories, this book delivers on all fronts. One of the reasons First Lie Wins stands out is its unpredictable narrative structure. The story unfolds through multiple perspectives, allowing readers to see the events through different eyes. This technique deepens the mystery and gives insight into each character's mindset. It also challenges readers to piece together the truth from conflicting accounts. The shifting viewpoints keep the story fresh and dynamic. Throughout the novel, Ashley Elston employs foreshadowing and subtle clues to build anticipation. Readers are invited to analyze details and question what they believe. This interactive storytelling creates a compelling reading experience. The author's careful plotting ensures that surprises feel earned rather than arbitrary, making the twists more impactful. The psychological tension in First Lie Wins is palpable. The characters are constantly on edge, and the stakes feel very real. The fear of betrayal and the struggle for survival drive the narrative momentum. Elston's portrayal of human psychology in high-stress situations is believable and chilling. The novel captures the complexity of emotions when trust is shattered, and danger lurks around every corner. In addition to its thrilling plot, the book touches on deeper themes such as identity, guilt, and redemption. Characters are forced to confront their past mistakes and consider how they define themselves in moments of crisis. The story explores whether it is possible to truly change or escape the consequences of one's actions. These themes enrich the narrative and give it emotional weight. The writing style of First Lie Wins is crisp and accessible. Elston's prose is engaging without being overly complex, making the story easy to follow but hard to put down. The author balances description with action, ensuring that the pacing remains tight. The dialogue is natural and reveals character traits and hidden tensions effectively. The novel also incorporates elements of mystery and thriller genres seamlessly. The blend of suspenseful action, character drama, and psychological intrigue keeps readers captivated. The story never feels slow or overly complicated, but instead moves steadily toward its thrilling conclusion. This balance makes it appealing to a broad audience. First Lie Wins by Ashley Elston is ultimately a story about the dangerous power of lies and the consequences they bring. The characters' lives are forever changed by the weekend's events, and the novel leaves readers contemplating the cost of deceit. It raises important questions about truth, trust, and survival in a world where appearances can be deceiving. For listeners of audiobook thrillers, First Lie Wins offers a gripping journey full of twists and emotional complexity. It is a perfect choice for fans of suspenseful stories that combine strong characters with a taut plot. The novel's clever use of perspective and its exploration of psychological themes make it stand out in the crowded thriller market. In summary, First Lie Wins is an engaging and edge-of-your-seat thriller that masterfully blends suspense, character development, and psychological insight. Ashley Elston's compelling storytelling keeps readers hooked as they navigate the dangerous game of lies and survival alongside the characters. The novel's vivid setting, unpredictable plot twists, and emotional depth create a memorable reading experience that will appeal to thriller enthusiasts and casual readers alike. If you enjoy stories that challenge your assumptions, keep you guessing, and explore the darker sides of human nature, First Lie Wins is a must-listen. The audiobook format enhances the tension and pacing, making it an immersive experience. This book will keep you entertained from the first page to the last, leaving you thinking long after the story ends. Overall, First Lie Wins is a thrilling exploration of friendship, betrayal, and the deadly consequences of deception. Its fast-paced narrative, complex characters, and haunting themes make it a standout thriller that is sure to captivate and entertain. This is a story where the first lie really could be the one that wins.